Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Saban Field and Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dotson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Finds his man. It's Bishop. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling. Fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. the ground. It's Hill. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Russell on play action. Oh, he wants it all. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Riley. Here's a little room there. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Trying to impose their will with the run. He breaks a tackle. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Move. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They'll go right back to it. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
and he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go right back to it. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Vols will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. This drive started from the 29. They go play action with Russell. Here's the pressure. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Keelan Russell fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Tight end now in motion. From the red zone, it's Morris. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. This is a designed run. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tide ready to roll on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Gets it out fast. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Ocean from the wideout. Looking for room, it's Riley. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy is going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Russell on play action. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Riley. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. They booted away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Vols want to move quickly.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The give on the option. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Running inside. It's Bishop. There's some room. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
Gonna run it. It's Gordon. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Volunteers are rolling down the field.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
He's got it on the right. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Vols will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And that is exactly what you want on 3rd down defense, man. You want to drop back, and you want to make sure the ball doesn't get pushed down the field past the sticks, and then you rally up and tackle. Now, it's sometimes easier said than done, but he does a great job breaking on the football, making sure he doesn't get the first down. Really good team defense.
Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. keeping it on the ground with the single back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket from what's left in this first half. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Russell going for it all. He's got it on the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Staley.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. And as the clock runs out here in the second quarter, this offense happy with the lead it has built, and they'll go to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making.
Oh, he's got some space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me. I'll make the contested catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fighting off the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It'll be 3rd and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one is perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Vols want to crank the tempo.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The give to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The run inside. It's Gordon. Maybe a crease. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Looking to throw. Finds the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
The Vols have their offense in high gear. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Staley. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Throw into the end zone. And it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can flip the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On on the option. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They go play action with Russell. Looking deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Once he got some room, it was over. The Tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you've got to stay positive. You've got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Vols send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. On the run, it's Hill. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver going in motion. Rides to the back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Keeps it on 1st down. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Russell. Quickly complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Russell on play action. Turns it loose deep. Upstairs he's got it. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can find some kind.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Volunteers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Got him downfield. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Vols will line it up on first and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Going for the big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
It's complete on the right. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Snags it, and he's open. The 40. He's at the 20.
How about the turn of events when you're about to give up points? Not only do I take the football away, by God, I almost put this thing in the house, almost return it back. Dude, chewing up grass, great block.